Stewart Campbell was one of the world's greatest big game anglers. Born in Arkansas, Campbell grew up in Houston. After earning a mechanical engineering degree from the University of Texas, he spent many successful years in the natural gas business before retiring in 1991. Stewart first fished Arkansas streams, then later the Gulf Coast's saltwater flats. A kingfishing trip with a friend introduced him to offshore. In the late 1960s, he traveled to St. Thomas and in 1973, Australia. In the mid-70s, Campbell shared with Captain Bart Garnsey his dream of exploring new angling destinations. Convinced that light tackle proficiency would lead to heavy tackle skill, the two headed to Venezuela to study the top light tackle anglers and captains. 1 year later, Stewart set his first world record, a white marlin on 4-pound line. Campbell's passion for record fishing began when he heard about the marlin action off Africa's Ivory Coast. He had a boat built and delivered there, then moved it to the Canary Islands and then to Madeira, for if the fish weren't around, neither was Stewart. In 1994, during their first season in Madeira, Campbell and crew landed 8 fish over 1,000 pounds. Stewart's angling feats are legendary. He's set more than 20 world records, 15 of them light tackle, and still holds all Atlantic spearfish records between 6 and 16 pounds, and the Atlantic big eye tuna on 30. During the winter of 1995 in Hatteras, North Carolina, Campbell released a record 73 giant bluefin tuna in 12 hours. As Campbell, Garnsey, and Charles Perry spent years together searching for giant fish, they became one of the most cohesive, productive, and respected teams in big game angling. Always hands-on, Stewart took care of his tackle, analyzed data, and kept himself in excellent physical condition. That surely made a difference when, in Madeira in 1996, he was pulled overboard by a grander blue marlin. Attached to the fish by a kidney harness, Stewart was dragged under, yanked to the surface, towed a short distance, then pulled back aboard by his crew when the line broke. Campbell's concerns about the overharvesting of Texas coastal species led to the formation, together with Walter Fondren, of the Gulf Coast Conservation Association in 1976. Significant contributions to scientific knowledge and research were made by Campbell and his team as they tagged and released huge numbers of fish all over the world. Stewart was a member of the IGFA Board of Trustees and for many years served as chairman of the Rules Committee. Enthusiastic and analytical, Stewart was an exceptional angler who always strove to be better. He was quiet and unassuming, yet he brought to the sport the same dynamic style that made him successful in business. So intent and engaged was he on the mechanics and fundamentals that when he was pulled back aboard the Chunda after the incident in Madeira, his first words were, "I know what I did wrong." The IGFA Fishing Hall of Fame pays tribute to Stewart Campbell, a remarkable fisherman to whom sporting and ethical angling were paramount.